Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another live stream. Friday night, Starseed Study Group tonight. And I'm actually going to be calling all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, to another live stream, to another beautiful Friday night on this wonderful evening. I definitely want to say thank you, you know what I'm saying, to all the other stuff like that. You know what I mean? I appreciate everyone. Hey, Mystic Empress, Angel I, good to see you, Queen. Yeah, it's definitely good to see you. Hey, Christian Foster. Kristen Foster. All right, okay. See, 11 of y'all up here already. It's looking good. Hey, North, what's going on? Doing wonderful, bruh. And like I said, matter of fact, I'm going to have Mystic Empress Angel Eyes. She's actually going to be one of the leading people tonight. Kim and Deb Gibson, what's going on? That's going to be another one of the ones leading tonight. Hey, K. Smith. And we're actually going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, like I'm entering on like the Starseed journey and stuff like that, you know, going through this awakening. And I says, you know, I'm Star Children, awakening to finally who we really are, stuff like that. I told y'all, hey, irritated niggers, you know what I'm saying, it's going down tonight, you feel me? I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, we definitely going to be talking about this on Friday nights and possibly also Saturday nights as well. So I definitely wanted to come holler at y'all tonight because, you know, Mac, you know what I'm saying, we actually going to be sharing stories about this stuff. Hey Cora Maya, hey JLM, hey Mike Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing wonderful, bro. That's right. So that's the thing because about the Star Sea Study Group, we actually going to be building with each other, and also, you know what I'm saying, we also going to be diving into like a lot of this information and stuff like that. So I definitely will say we actually going to be doing like some Google Hangouts and stuff like that. Yeah, man, and definitely bring this kind of information because it's definitely going to be needed at this time frame right now because we need to, you know what I'm saying, on a high frequency because there are a lot of negative frequencies out there right now and a lot of negative entities that are out there trying to be working against us. So what we have to be mindful is that, you know, we really have to be very mindful of like, you know what I mean, like the things, you know what I mean, that we are actually going to be battling and dealing with out here because there are a lot of negative energies out here, man, that are trying to like, you know, really destroy us and keep us off their path. Hey, Sean from the shop. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm coming from. So what we got to be doing is we got to be mindful of what like, you know what I'm saying, what this journey is going to be about. And hey, what's up, Daryl Giles? And I have to admit, like, you know, this journey can be beautiful, but at the same time, you know, sometimes it can be like, I'm not even going to necessarily say a little scary, but you know, sometimes it can be, you know what I mean? Some of these things, I mean, at times they probably can spook you out because this, you know what I mean? This stuff is like really deep. And when you dive into something like that, man, it's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be seeing. A lot of things are going to be, a lot of things are going to be revealed. And the veil is going to be lifted and stuff like that, you know? So we got to be very prepared and mindful of what like what we getting ourselves, you know what I mean, into. Not necessarily, you know what I mean, not saying the path is bad because the path is not, but you know, it's all about the intent of the person because this path is not really for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're going up to like a higher frequency, you know, especially when you're leaving a negative frequency and you're going into a higher frequency, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a lot of negative frequencies, a lot of negative entities that are going to be out here that's going to be trying to stop us because, hey, Monique Howard, yeah, man, because it's, you know what I mean? Because they really going to want to try to stop us because you know, we actually dealing with like, you know, what I mean, we actually dealing with people from like, you know, lifetimes. You know, some of these people can be like lifetime enemies. Some of these people can be lifetime soulmates. You know what I'm saying? These people can be your twin flame. You know what I mean? These people can be people you dealt with in the past. And that's the wonder, like, why do people, when they see me, man, like, sometimes they will, like, jump back and look at me a certain way. You know, it's like consciously they don't know why, but subconsciously they do know why. That's because some of these people on this journey, man, that we actually going to be meeting, these people going to be, you know what I mean, people from like different lifetimes. You know how say, you know what I mean, when you meet somebody back in the day, you might say like, yo, man, feel like I've known you for a long time, and it's like consciously we saying it, but it's like subconsciously we probably don't even know why we're saying it. You know what I mean? It's like consciously we probably don't even know why we're saying it. It's just for the simple fact that I've had those experiences as well where I done ran into like You know what I mean? Like guys on the street, like yo, feel like I've known you for a long time, but especially when it came down to women, it always felt like I've known them for a long time. It's like it felt like we met before, and come to find out now, I'm getting an understanding, not even that, but an overstanding of like, dealing with this path. We're going to be coming across people from like, different lifetimes that we have encountered, and we're just going to feel that energy, and the energy is going to be very high. It's going to be real deep, and that's exactly some of the things that I went through. That's some of the things that I've been learning, and you can see a lot of things that I have learned over the years, or felt over the years that was true. Now that I'm coming across this information, now what it's doing is it's starting to confirm a lot of things that I've been feeling all my life that I try to hide and I try to run from. But now it's pretty much at that point where we cannot run or hide from it anymore, because these things have been calling us for a very long time, and now it's that time where we really got to face and embrace it.
Hello, everybody. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm just letting him say what he had to say about the star seed. It's not even a phenomenon, but it's a lot of us are finding out who we are. Um, what's going on, Daryl? How you doing, brother? Brother, is it Giles?
Yeah.
How you doing? Uh, when it come down to the whole star seed uh, transformation, there's a lot of information out there because many of you probably felt like you don't belong here.
Mhm.
Your spirit or your spirit resonates saying like, yo, I'm not from here. You look at your family and you see that you're not like them.
Mhm.
Um, you see how the way they interact with others, and you don't interact with others like they do.
Mhm.
Um, you a lot of the time you might look up at the sky a lot. For
Mhm.
starters, like trying to figure out why you here. You probably did that when you were younger. Even now, you do that. Like you look up at the sky, like, why am I here? What am I here for? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like you want to know, like, what is your purpose? Some of us are older and still don't even know what our purpose is. And then we find out later what our purpose really is because we go through these transformations. But I'm here to tell you that many of you volunteered to come here for the experience because you are a deity in flesh incarnated in this plane. It's just that you forgot because our society have everything.
Mhm.
And some of y'all enjoy being around nature. Some of you like being around animals.
Mhm.
Some of you probably read books on angels, fairies, or some of you might be captivated by like movies dealing with knights. Sometimes you might be captivated by movies dealing with what they call sci-fi. And like a good friend told me back then, when did science become fiction? Um, there's a lot of things that society don't tell us that we really have to be open on. I've been putting things together like all the blood or DNA you have in your bloodline, you probably was in another lifetime. You know, regardless on what happened to our ancestors, more than likely you were in your bloodline that particular nationality in another lifetime. You know, that's what make you remarkable. Um, it's a lot that I can touch on, but I don't know where to touch on right now. But just know that we all that went through this, been trying to look for ourselves, trying to find out who we are, want to know where we come from. Some of us have visions of ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Japan, China, even over here, down in Mexico, dealing with the Olmecs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go through this, and many of us found out that we're healers. Like Some of us don't even read a book and found out that we can do herbal healing. Never read nothing like that in a day in our life, but we know how to do it. You know, it's embedded in your DNA. That's what makes you who you are. You know, so it's like we are one of a different species because you're coming into acknowledgement of who you are, what you are, and you find out that your spirit comes from another galaxy, but you came here through the Stargate, which is the womb. Um, that's why the first teacher is the mother,
Uh-huh.
not the father, but the mother.
Uh-huh.
Everything deals with vibrations. Um, they know this. That's why what they don't tell you that they actually found a way to travel back in time to screw up vibrations. That's why you look at the younger generation today. A lot of them are off.
Uh-huh.
Even down to some of the older people are
Uh-huh.
off because of the vibrations. We are vibrational people, and we've been children of the stars for eons. Um, we have to realize who we are, what we are, what are we here to do. One of the things that we probably here to do is to change our whole mindset or mind frame of or our frame of thinking. So we have to go into knowing what we have to do to change not just us, but those that are around us. One thing we got to do is plant the seed and keep it moving. Our jobs is not to debate with people because the debate is over with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, there's so many organizations out there that's out there to suppress us as a people. There's organizations that are under the influence of being funded by our country.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving 501c3s. They're giving a certain power to control the people. When there's people like us come on the scene, first thing they tell us that we are devil worshippers. We practice witchcraft.
Right.
We don't believe in a creator.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you start practicing Ifa or Santeria, they'll tell you, oh, that's devil worship or voodoo or however you want to pronounce it. Oh, that's evil. That's devil worship.
Right.
But these are the same people that turn around and do that in the dark. They do it in the dark behind the scenes, but they don't tell you that they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about people that have high power and high status and all that other stuff. Oh, that's evil. That's demonic. Now, I don't know if y'all remember the guy that ran the 700 Club named Pat Robinson, I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, he was talking about when Haiti got hit with the earthquake, saying that the Haitians made a pact with the devil, right? That's a lie. The Haitians got into that voodoo magic and kicked those French tails.
What they ask.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? See, you say that the elites. Let me tell you what they doing. No, they dealing with another type of force of energy. When you're dealing, see, energy is dealing with the intent of people. What you need to understand about the elites, they're using your magic, they're using your spirituality, but they twisted it into their own game. You know what I'm saying? They twisted it. They twisted it in their own game. But back into what I was saying though, when Pat Robinson said that, the Haitians kicked their tail. They practiced voodoo and kicked their tail straight up. And what they don't tell you is that Pat Robinson is connected to a certain society. That's why he has his funding.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So the thing about when it come down to it, words are spells too. Keep that in mind. Words are spells. If I tell you you can't do nothing, and you can say, "Oh, I can," and I keep on saying you can't do nothing, what it's doing, I'm putting a spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
I can say you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you can tell me, "Oh, no, no, I can." But in your subconscious mind, I just put a spell on you, and you still think in your subconscious mind that you can't. Our people been called every name in the book.
Mm-hmm.
That was a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Those were spells.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to realize who you are, star children. Like, you can use your words as weapons, and you can also deflect them. You know what I'm saying? You can deflect them by simply building an aura around you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say, like, if you close your eyes before you go outside and you have an aura of protection around you, and you say, like, aura of protection around me from negative energy. I have an aura of I have an aura around me protecting me from negative energy. And you keep on saying that to yourself before you go out, and you project that thought to the universe. You have it, and then no one will be able to penetrate that energy on you. You know what I'm saying? And we have to realize who we are. When you deal with those elite people, they know this stuff. That's why they put the fear factors out there and mess with your reptilian brain. Look up the reptilian brain. We all have it. Okay, you're part reptilian too, what they don't want to tell you about. You have webbed fingers, webbed feet, and you were in your mother womb for 9 months, many of us. And you was inside water. Don't believe me, look it all up. Look it all up.
Hit the
And when
cash app.
hmm?
I was talking about Tanjon. Hit my cash app, Tanjon, at
um
cash.me/$ B mouse 8. Google been acting up lately. It's cash.me/$ B mouse 8. I
all right, oh
apologize.
you
Go ahead.
good, no, you good. Another thing that we need to know about that reptilian side is that when we take baths, you know how you have dirt, that dry skin. That's the reptilian side, because dry skin is pretty much what reptiles do. They go through changes with their skin. That's what you have. You have that part DNA in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go into it. I mean, if y'all have any questions, I can answer the best way possible.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But another way you can find out what star system you from is going to a deep meditation. Download some meditation music and look up star children, look up star seeds, look at all of that. Look up, get books on it. You know what I'm saying? Look up all of that. We are part reptilian. I came from out of Dr. York books too. He spoke on that. Let me tell you, your spinal cord, that's the real you, because it has the nervous system, right? All the nerves are pretty much programmed through electricity. You're made out of electricity. Your brain gives electrical waves to control your fingers and the way we're talking too. Everything's connected to the nervous system, which is connected to the brain and the spinal cord. And then it's dealing with the chakras. We have many chakras, not just seven, but Nubian people who are known as Moreno, Moors, black people, whatever you want to call it, Nubian, whoever, ancient Egyptians, whoever. We have like at least nine, but we have multitudes of chakras, right? And all this stuff is also connected to our spinal cord and all that other stuff. Thank you, exactly. So we're made out of energy. That's the real you. So through meditation, through studying the ways of the brain and the reptilian brain and the whole cerebral cortex, and find out that the real you is ether. Ether. Ether is energy. It deals with gases, and you made out of gases of water, and all of that. Look at the elemental chart. Look at all of this, and find out who you really are. And then you find out, like, man, all of this I can control with the palm of my hand. You are the co-creator of your universe too. The people know this. You know what I'm saying? Um, the people that really got their hands on this are Caucasian people. They know this because they learned it from us. If y'all haven't seen the Hidden Colors, I think it was the first one. Yeah, not the first one, the second, when they was talking about how the Moors went to Europe and they used soul music. The real soul music was classical music, and it healed the chakras.
Mm-hmm.
It healed the chakras in your body. The reason why a lot of us are off balance is because we're not listening to music that can align our chakras.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to go back into that. We lost our way. They know we go by vibrations and so on. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, 432 hertz. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like we got to go back into that.
Yeah.
We lost our way, and everything I'm saying. I practice as much as I can. Nobody's perfect because you're dealing with different elements of this planet and different people, different energies.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to have certain talismans for protection. Some people buy the onks. No, they're not. Some people buy the hexagram, what you call the Star of David, and they have symbols in it. Some people do. You know what I'm saying? Some people have chakra wands. You know what I'm saying? To heal up their chakras. Like Mozart, Beethoven, and matter of fact, um, they say any kind. I think they say like just classical music in general. I think that's what they were saying in Hidden Colors. Like we created all of that. We created all of that, and they said that in Hidden Colors that Beethoven's last name was Bay. So that's all our stuff. But they try to make it sound like they created it and they didn't create nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was told at this store out here in Baltimore, and I think Monique Hill's from Baltimore, right? Is Monique Hill from Baltimore? Monique Hill, you from Baltimore, right? Because if you are, I think you heard of the place called Sankofa, but they moved if you are. And the sister there was an African woman, but she was married to a Caucasian man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Monique from
Oh,
LA.
all right. Well, out here in Baltimore, we had this place called Sankofa. It was an African store. The sister was married to a Caucasian man. He gave us a tour of the museum they had there. Now, I want y'all to hear this carefully. This comes from a Caucasian man, though. Me and my lady, we was there. We walking around the museum. He talking to us. This man specifically said that black magic was never evil. It was on the earth before all of this.
Mm.
He said that it's about the intent of the individual. He said that my ancestors, he was talking about his ancestors. He said my ancestors, which were Caucasian, didn't come up with none of this stuff. He said that a lot of the artists from his ancestry, I forgot who he named. He said that they looked at African art as beauty and they tried to mimic it. Then he said that what they did, they tried to flip it on us to make fun of it, and then they'll take it behind closed doors and try to mimic everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also said that our people, talking about us, Nubian people, were so highly intelligent more than his people that what they did, they played the trick by manipulating and making it sound like we didn't know nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and then took it and said like, "Oh, yeah, this is ours."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This
Traded
can't.
places.
This is what he told me out his mouth. He said all of this stuff dealing with the new age came from us. It's actually the golden age. This came out this man's mouth. This came out his mouth. And he told me and her, then he started talking about Ifa. He started showing us stuff. Showed us Shango statues and everything. And said, this is yours. This is yours. Oh, Allegra is his parent, Monique Hill. Matter of fact, his brother Miles' parent. Just letting
Yep.
y'all know. Allegra is the gatekeeper. And that's his parent. So it's like when he told me and her that, we looked at each other like we knew that was already, but he kept on pushing Eve out there like he knew that we was about to get into it or something like, you know, it's funny how the way the universe works. You know what I'm saying? And they bring people, don't matter what nationality, race. When the ancestors need you to know something, they're going to bring it to your attention, no matter who they are, what race. They're going to bring somebody in there and tell you something that's going to be gems. And I'm telling you that experience, even though we knew it, but coming from a man that don't look like us and telling us that his ancestors didn't even make no powerful doors and nothing. We made the doors. They didn't even make the doors. They just copied off of us, took it from us and said, "Oh yeah, we created the door."
Mm-hmm.
This is what he said. Right, and I saw that, and then on top of all that about the Chinese, the Asian woman. Yeah, they know this. Every Listen, all the whole entire people around this planet know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we don't know who we are.
Pretty much.
See, when I say we come from the stars, we come from the stars. The dog spoke on this. The Dogon tribe know this stuff. Did anybody know that the Dogon tribe knew about Sirius A and B? And the scientists, the Caucasian scientists, tried to baffle and tried to say they were wrong, then turn around and said that they were right and trying to figure out how did they know that? They were like, how did y'all know that? And they said, our ancestors came from the stars. That's what they said. Our ancestors came from the stars. This is true. Real story, real talk. There's a book called The Serious Mysteries. That's a book right there. But the only thing I ain't like about The Serious Mysteries, they tried to whitewash the deities, but they pretty much tried to say like, yeah, the Dogon was talking about Sirius A and all this, talking about extraterrestrials. They was talking about all this. Look at all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look at all this stuff. But the thing is, you are the extraterrestrial too. Extra is dealing with, extra, then you had terrestrial. Terra is another name for this planet. Astral, you're also a being that they also go into the astral plane at will. When you're dreaming and you're going to foreign lands, you're going back into another lifetime. A lot of us don't know that though. You know how some of you have these dreams and you tell your friends like, girl, oh man, bro, I was in ancient Kemet. I don't know how I got there, but I saw somebody there. I saw somebody there. I saw this guy or this woman that looked just like me, and that was you. You just didn't know it. You was going through a revelation. You was going through a serious revelation. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is the twin flame movement is real. That's real. It's real. Like, look up the word twin flame. It's real, y'all. Like, in ancient time in Atlantis, they had mystery schools. A mystery school called the Mystery School of Poseidon. You know what I'm saying? Mystery School of Poseidon. Well, y'all don't know that the Greek deities were actually Nubian or black deities. What they did, they whitewashed all of them because they got those deities from Africa. A lot of these deities, like Aphrodite, Zeus, all of them, were actually the name for Orisha being the Orishas. Like, I mean, it goes way beyond that. The Greeks learned everything from us. And we keep on trying to say, oh, we can't have more than one God. Can I tell you something? Look, there's always one creator that created everything. But when we dealing with the Orishas, right, they are aspects of the divine. That's where you get your angels from. And we don't even know that. We so caught up. First, oh, they worship different many gods. No, no. If you read the story, you'll see.
They still think it's witchcraft.
They still think it's that. They still think it's evil. But yet they saying it. But guess what? They practicing it behind closed doors and using it on you.
And you don't even know it.
Exactly. And they can't use it on you all like that because they can't. They don't have the melanin. I mean, it's like, look, man. I can say so many things, and it's like it'll go over a lot of our heads. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said we are the fallen angels, right? I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said earlier, you spell fall. There's two different ways to spell fallen. Fallen. Falling. Look up those meanings and tell me what you see. Do you see similarities? Because when you look at the word fallen, Falling, they were the ones that volunteered to come down here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about it. Yeah, because when I go into it, the black woman, like I said earlier, the black woman is the original mother of all creation. What y'all really don't know, this is the battle for the womb of her. Because they in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
And they need her vessel to procreate, y'all. If you don't believe me, look at the birth rates of our Caucasian counterparts. Don't believe me. This is a worldwide thing. And I don't like mentioning race all the time, but I need to let y'all know this is how deep it is. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing spoke on this before she passed away. You had all these people that were scholars that came and said all of this, And a lot of us ignored them during the time. And then when you go back to the old videos, you're like, yo, that's happening right now.
Right now. All of them said this.
And it's like, now when you come on the scene, you find out that you are a being from the stars, and you volunteered to come here. Then you came back to your natural state, which is the melanated state, right? And you find out that you are on the path of becoming that you're on the path of becoming a healer, and that you're also a teacher in your own right. Everybody's a teacher in their own right. Everybody. Yeah, that's why they pushing the interracial dating gender hard. Yeah, but we don't know that. I spoke on it and said, look up the Empress Sheba the Third. I kept on saying, look her up, look her up. I kept on saying, look her up, look her up, look her up, look her up, look her up. She has the oldest bloodline on this planet, and she said in an interview that Africa stretched from over there to India to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? And they asked her, is she a religious person? She said, I'm spiritual. She, when on one of her interviews, wore the crown of Hat Haru or Hathor. She wore the crown of that. That take over now. And I want you to chime. You gotta do it. All right. So here's the thing. She spoke on everything. Like, she spoke on the bloodline. She also had the crown of Hathor or Hat Haru, and she spoke on the bloodline. She said that the bloodline goes back to that of Nimrod and other things, but the next guest that he's going to have is going to break down who Nimrod really was in ancient Egypt and so on. And it's going to be like surprising to everybody. So just letting y'all know, we are totally beings that decided to come down here to bring changes to this planet. Yeah, Dr. Henry Clark, all of them spoke on all of this. You know what I'm saying? Spoke on all of this.
Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
And Prophet Noble Drew Ali spoke on this. Matter of fact, it's a Caucasian dude on YouTube. Y'all, that's a 32nd degree Mason. His name is B God, right? I swear to you. Look him up. This guy named B God. He said that he's a 32nd degree Mason. And this dude hollered out, yeah, this is B God, da da da. And I'm here to let y'all know it's a 32nd degree Mason that everything that Noble Drew Ali is true that he said.
Yep.
About black people and all. He said this out his mouth.
Yep. Saw the video.
You know what I'm saying? Said this out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you see that he's on B Miles is on something else, and he's going into different wavelengths now. And he kept on saying that he was going to change a lot. I seen him go from what he's talking about to now. He's like, bro, like we really are like children of the stars. I'm like, yeah. Like we really are. Like, we came back and forth to this plane to have different experiences. Some of us didn't even want to come back down here, man. He was like, yo, I got to come back down to this bitch? Really?
Right.
And then, everybody you at in front of a council. I kid you not, you're in front of a council. They're like, yeah, you got to take your ass back down there. You're like, yo, I got to come back down here for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about. I'm talking about, like, you gotta be.
I know I didn't.
It's crazy. Like, I say to myself sometimes, like, why did I come? Hey, April PK, like, why did I come back down here? But I guess, like, I gotta finish that mission right there. You feel me? Like, I came back down here for a mission, and it's time to complete it. And that's one of the things I had to learn as well. Is that stop running. You gotta run to it, because Lord knows I'm not trying to come back to this plane. Once my mission is on, I'm trying to be gone. Like, I ain't trying to come back down here.
I ain't trying to come back down here. I told B Miles and the family up, cause he's like really pretty much my adopted brother on some real shit. Like, told his brother, I said, yo, I ain't trying to come back down here. I don't want to come back down here. Me and the family was like, yo, we ain't trying to come back down here. We preparing our kids, let them know, like, look, You gonna have to contact us through meditation. We ain't come back down this bad boy.
Yeah,
You gonna have to meditate some hard shit. We ain't come back down here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I refuse to come back down here. If I'm in front of that council, they say, "You coming back down here?" I'm like, "No, I'm not coming back down here. I did my job. My babies, my kids doing everything down there now.
Mm-hmm.
They going finish where we left off at. I'm not trying to come back down here."
Yeah, I'm not trying to come back down to this plane of existence. You know what I mean? Like, once my job is done, I'm gonna be like, no, I ain't trying to come back down.
Right? Because it's like why I come. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It have its perks down here, but it don't have its perks. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's like you have fun times and you be like, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go through these trials and errors, and the stuff that we don't realize is that we did ask for all this stuff that's going on. It's in your astrological chart, your natal chart. That's what they call it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And once you find out what your rising sign is, your moon sign, your sun sign, man, it's a wrap after that. You know what I'm saying? It's really a wrap. Of course, I mean, we started Freemason. We did all that. We started Freemasonry. We were the original Masons. But here's the thing, though. The word Mason means my son. My son is her son. And you ask who is her? That is the divine feminine. The Moors got it right. The reason why I say they got it right, because when you see a Moor with his so-called fez around his head, right? The fez, when he put it on at the bottom, is 360 degrees physical. At the top of it, with the umbilical, with the tassel, the top of it is 360 degrees spiritual. That's 720 degrees, including the tassel. The tassel is the umbilical cord to the universe, and there's only one species that have the umbilical cord, and that's the female. They don't tell you about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. So that's what the Moors be talking about. Like, yo, like that tassel on that fast is the umbilical cord to Allah or the divine. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Yeah, see, some people putting up their moon sign
The
and
sun
sun sign.
sign, right.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know that you're a star child, because you know you're not from here. You like, yo, I'm this sign and I'm that sign. I'm this sign and I'm that sign. You like, yo, why the hell am I here? Then you got to go through your birth chart and find out what you're going to be going through, trials and error, and
Right.
what you got to do to fix it so you can go ahead and do your mission.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Break away karmic debt and stuff like that.
Right,
You know what I mean? You gotta like fix karma, and that could be a bit sometimes
right,
because it's like situations that you're gonna go through, some of the bad they put you through, some of the bad that you have gone through, you know what I mean? Things of that nature, or it just it's a lot.
right. So, you know what I'm saying? No, no, you can't be conscious in those galaxies. That's why I come through with meditation. And once you activate your chakras and start remembering things, then you'll be able to, when you go ahead to the next mission, you'll be able to be conscious there. See, when you came down here, you forgot, but when you was there, you didn't. You was like, a lot of us had egos before we came down here. Like, man, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna open up shop. I'm gonna do yada yada yada. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna hold it down. I ain't gonna never be scared. You know what I'm saying? So you're a triple. Now, peep this. Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? So that means that your sun, right? Your moon, your rising sign, all connected to Venus. Now, Orisha wise
Jupiter
Venus.
ascending.
Say it again. Oh yeah, yup. Just like the movie Jupiter Ascending. We watched that the other day.
Yep.
Ain't that something? We watched
Yep.
that the other day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So as I was saying, it's like Venus is connected to. Taurus is connected to Venus. What people don't tell you is that there's a Orisha deal that's connected to Venus. Venus is connected to the goddess Oshun. If you don't believe me, look it up. Look all this up. I'm just sharing a little bit of information that I can share with you tonight. Yeah. Wow. See, they watch. See, watch. They watch Jupiter Ascending. Everything we saying is in that movie, though. Everything we saying about reincarnation is in that movie. All that stuff.
Splicing.
Splicing, DNA splicing. Man, they listen. That's the reason why they didn't even make a sequel to that movie. It was saying too much.
Way too much.
Too much about what's really going on. Exactly, harvesting. That's what they doing with the when they kidnapping the girls and sex trafficking and also organ harvesting. Remember what they doing to our people when they kill our people off? They're taking their organs out.
Yep.
So all that's in the movie. All that's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Yes, look her up, please. Look up Oshun, please. I'm just sharing a lot. You know what I mean? I'm just sharing a lot with everybody, just to take on. Yeah, but see, we also part reptilian too, because what we need to understand, if you want to go to the Judaic Christian mindset of things, you had multitudes of different angelic hosts, right? But all of them represented the serpent, though. Like the holy angels were called the seraphim. The seraphim with a fiery holy angels. The cherubim, they were the ones that were the amber light. They weren't holy. They were the ones that fell. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to go into into that, that's how it all adds up, though. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, don't forget. Yeah, of course, I don't forget none of the Orishas. I love all of them. You know what I'm saying? They know I love all of them. The Orishas know I love every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? I respect all of them. Love all of them. You know, the thing is that we got to really start studying everything. You're supposed to be universal as a star. I'm Starseed. Universal. That's what it really is. And honestly, in that back to that mystery school of Poseidon, that was where you really was the real original Freemason lodge, though, where the Eastern Stars were there, and the Mason brothers were there. And what happened? You were what they considered a hermaphrodite, which you had, a being that was once that had both sexes, and it was split. One became masculine, the other one became feminine. And what they did, they would meet at that particular mystery school where you get your IE twin flame, where y'all would master the arcane arts, which you have voodoo or voodoo, Ifa. You will also have the tarot, all this stuff to practice, and you would serve humanity. Matter of fact, another movie to confirm this is the movie Hancock with Will Smith. I'm just putting that out there. You know what I'm saying? Just look that up and check it out. You know what I'm saying? See, and you notice a lot of these movies I'm naming and they'll be talking about they did not make sequels to. You notice that? Even down to the what is the Last Airbender?
Last Airbender.
Yo, if you saw the movie The Last, terrible acting, but you gotta look at the science in The Last Airbender. Because in The Last Airbender, he had I think she was an empress or a princess in that movie, and the Fire Nation was fighting the Water Nation, right? Now here's the thing: the Fire Nation and the Hopi prophecy was the Caucasian race. The Water Nation, in so many ways, they tried to say that was the African race. Okay, so peep this: everything was whitewashed in this movie. Okay, it was whitewashed, but I'm breaking down it to you real quickly. The lady that was royalty, the Fire Nation invaded their kingdom, and it was two fish there, where you get the whole yin and yang. They was there and also symbolizes Pisces. The fire dude stabbed one of the fish, right? The fish left everything. The one fish that was killed was unbalanced, and it caused the Water Nation to lose its power because of the imbalancement. So what happened? The princess sacrificed herself, and she had white hair. She sacrificed herself in the water and died by giving that fish back its life to bring forth balance. And the airbender, who name was Aang, right? He was scared to master the element of water, but he had to master it. And when he mastered it, he became their avatar. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really watch this movie. I mean, it really is gonna make you really look at everything differently. And then you gotta look up the Hopi prophecy because it talked about that, saying that the African people was the water nation, and the Caucasian people were the fire nation. But see, here's the thing: us as Nubian people, we were all the nations. We mastered all the elements. We taught the elements to the world, though. See, this is one of these things that we got to go back and start studying about. We studied and taught all of this stuff. Yeah, the dragon wasn't there. That's our science, too. The Hidden Colors 5 talk about that. And the Hidden Colors, from what one of our old associates was telling us, is that that's why they killed Bruce Lee. Because he was teaching the dragon art. That was an African. And they killed him. Because they told him, like, why did you teach that art? That's our stuff. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we really got to look at all this shit. The first movie I spoke on was Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Jupiter Ascending was the first movie I spoke on, Monique Hill, was Jupiter Ascending. Yeah, Aiden teaching is black culture. That's our shit. We taught them all that. The first samurai was a black man. Matter of fact, the dude that played
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther is playing that samurai in the movie.
Yep.
It's coming out. The
It's
first
coming
samurai.
out. Yep.
See, all this stuff coming out, exposing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, see, and then Bruce Lee hung out with black people, even though his wife was Caucasian. That's why Bruce Lee had that swag, y'all.
Yep.
That's why you saw when Bruce, look at his movies, you know how he was fighting, he always had that little swag, like he would sway back and forth.
Yep.
That's some stuff that we would do.
Even the way he talks sometimes.
Exactly. He hung around with black people. Listen, he taught Kareem Abdul-Jabbar martial arts. A lot of people fail to realize that. You know, like, come on, man. All that stuff is ours, man. I mean, probably so. Probably so. But the thing is, though, the African people told Bruce Lee, yo, the dragon art is ours. See, what they don't tell you, that the man that taught Bruce Lee, Ip Man or whatever his name was, that Wing Chun was actually a martial art that was taught, that women taught back then in ancient time. That came from women. So if it came from women, that means that the originators were who? Us. Us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had that little swag going on. Look at all that. Like, look at all that. Like, yeah, Wing Chun, look it up. I kid you not. One of my exes told me about that. One of my exes told me about that, who's in California. You know what I'm saying? She said that Wing Chun came from women. And she been on point with a lot of her stuff. She practiced African art, African spirituality and all of that. She did all the research. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of stuff by being around sisters too, because they be knowing a lot of sisters are information keepers, and we just don't even know it. You'd be surprised what sisters know, and they don't want to tell brothers because they don't want brothers to look at them a certain way sometimes. But you got some sisters like, man, I don't give a how a brother look at me, and they come forth with it, and they start teaching, because remember, the woman was the first teacher. And matter of fact, even in the Haitian Revolution, um, it was, I forgot who it was. I forgot the one revolutionary of the Haitian Revolution that was taught to fight by a woman. A woman taught this brother how to fight, and she was a soldier. I don't know if it was I think it was Jacques Dessalines. Is it Jacques Dessalines? Jacques Dessalines. I can't remember. I think it was
Jacques Dessalines.
Yeah. I think that was him. A woman taught Dessalines how to fight. You know what I'm saying? She came from an African tribe of women that were warriors. You know what I'm saying? And taught this man how to fight. He was holding it down and just doing his thing, just assassinating them. He was a strategist too, because he learned from that woman. That sister taught him well. So I mean, I just want y'all to look this up. You know what I'm saying? Look up Professor James Smalls. Look at all these people. Professor James Smalls is on point. He one of the elders that's on point, y'all. You know what I mean? We gotta respect the elders that's still alive, that's still holding it down, teaching the people. That's telling us what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's happening to our people, man, we gotta wake up. Everything that you see is an illusion, man. Yeah, she holds the key. That's why earlier today I was sending a message to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? I was sending a message to the sisters with him right there next to me, like letting y'all know what's up. And that's it. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. He ain't gonna hold y'all up. I mean, if there's anything he wanna say, he can just go ahead and chime in. I just want to share that with y'all.
Yeah, I'll probably just drop a little bit more. Then I'm gonna close it out for the night. But that's pretty much what we're going to be covering. You know what I'm saying? More so for now on. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? You could say the streams right now are going to be more so like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. We still gonna be doing streams, but you could say these first couple of streams. You know what I'm saying? They are pretty much like, but introduction and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To what we're going to be bringing like on Friday. I'm bringing on Fridays, and we want to keep this study group right here going like every Friday, any time between like, between 10 and I'm gonna start between 10 and 10:30 in between that time frame on Fridays, and also if you want to do Saturdays, we could definitely look into like Saturdays, but I just want to start Fridays.
Right, and we don't forget y'all gonna have book references from him too.
Yep, I'm gonna bring book references, and y'all gonna bring book references as well, and also y'all can bring your information as well because each one teach one. As I bring information, y'all can do the same thing, and I can also take it from there, do my own research. That's how we got to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Having this study group in, we all can elevate. You know what I'm saying? Grow, elevate, and evolve with, what I'm saying, with one another because it's not too many groups around like this that are having, like a study group talking about these things and what we can research and what we can pretty much taking back our power. You know what I'm saying? Taking back our information and studying it, applying it, understand, and we all can grow because this is going to be like a safe haven to us, especially all the star children, those of us who've been cast up our families and so-called friends and associates or whatnot. And this is something that we got to keep going because this is going to be like our fueling station right here.
Right. I told B Miles I would be coming down here to support him on his journey as a star child and everything else. Um, and that's pretty much it. I don't and yeah, thank you because Michael Cortez. Nobody's not talking about the Latinos on here. Matter of fact, my great grandfather was actually Latino too. So, but he was also um, indigenous. So he spoke Spanish fluently. So it's like, my godparents in Santeria are actually from um, El Salvador. So I want y'all to know, like, I'm really on this whole Starseed universal knowledge, and also I'm there for my people that look like me too, on some real stuff. Because my people come first. Everybody else have their nationality. They put theirs first. I put mine first.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? I put mine first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if nobody don't like that, then that's on them. So I don't care two blinding cares, but I'm here for my people too. And when it come down to it, let me see. When it come down to it, um, hmm. Yeah, Fairburn. I like Fairburn. She be talking about the same thing that we talk about. She get channels and everything. She get channels from different beings from different galaxies. I love that sister. You know what I'm saying? I love that sister. She powerful. And another sister that's good is M Mitchell, the anti people pleaser. Like I love her too because I mean her kind of like dialogue in the comment section, and she is a child of a Batala, I think. So we kind of talked about that, and she started talking bad about like the Masons and stuff. But then I pretty much told her that the Moors taught the Masons, and then she started doing more research about it. You know what I'm saying? And then she started coming out with that, and then she did information about Dr. York and the bed rule and all that. Me and her had like little talks in the comments with each other, and I respect that sister. She is on point with a lot of stuff that she said. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. Um, and all you star children out there, he said he's gonna have more, and I'm just here to support him. And he's gonna have more. And yeah, Dr. Blair was another one that talked about star children, if you know it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace to the ancestors.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Delbert Blair, everything I'm saying, you can look up Dr. Delbert Blair. He said as black people have the bloodline of the gods. Like,
Yep,
literally.
that lecture is out there.
Like, look up this lecture, y'all. He even spoke on the black woman. Like, please look up all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Please look up all of this. We had all these great scholars that studied this, and they've been telling us this. We
For a long
ignored,
time.
exactly, we ignored their asses, man.
We did.
Yo, we was
We did.
ignorant as heck, and then
We did.
when we get older, you like, yo, like, oh, yo, that is true.
Right.
It takes a long time because, you know, a lot of us were being ignorant. We were being ignorant the
You're
whole
being
time.
ignorant or being in religion and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's things that Bobby Hemmett saying that I'm researching like, yo, what the fuck? He said this in 95,
Yeah.
94, 93, 96. It's like they were so far ahead of their time. A lot of us missed it, or a lot of us missed it at that time. Now it's coming back.
Right.
Bobby Hemmett was a bad boy. Dr. Phil Valentine, Delbert Blair. We had some mighty intelligent scholars. We still got Professor Smalls, Dr. Kaba Kameen, Bernoko Rashidi. You know what I'm saying? Many other scholars, man.
Right.
Dr. Malakazi York.
Like, and then Dr. Rashidi, I mean, I listen to him. We just deal with the elders. We can't deal with these younger cats. The older people, like Ivan Van Sertima, all of that,
Yeah.
man. We deal with elders. We don't deal with them younger cats no more, man.
Nah.
Because to them it's all about money, and we looking at it like, no, it's all about the people, because the people need to know who they are, man. And you need to just go dig deeper into all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like I gotta tap back more to my man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Bobby Hemmett, you know what I mean? He was on who else? C. Freeman L.
Yep.
Can't forget about C. Freeman L and stuff like that. Ishaka Mushaber Shingo.
Exactly.
Can't forget about him. Who else? Bobby E. Wright.
Exactly, Monique. Exactly.
Chancellor Williams.
Exactly.
Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was in the Moon Science Temple as Elijah Poole Bay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the list goes on, y'all.
The list goes on.
And we just gotta go back into it. We've been blindsided so long. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we just gotta go back into the jewels of those elders that's probably no longer here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I heard of RFG, the chosen one, but I'm a just say this about him though. Good brother, great brother, but he gotta keep on studying, because some of the stuff that he put out there, you gotta question everybody, even question me. But I guarantee you, if you look up the stuff I'm saying, you'll find out that I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful, because he used to hang out with his brother named
Brother Sanchez?
yeah, he used to hang out with him, and he put RFG pretty much said he was a Mason too. RFG is a Mason also, so keep that in mind, y'all. So he exposed Brother Sanchez too. I'm not saying nothing wrong with Masonry. I'm just telling y'all, like, you know, there's a difference between the Moorish teachings, which is the real teachings of that. That's in the Hidden Colors, y'all. In the first Hidden Colors, they spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like, the sister April, she said something. I wanna really say something about that. I want to say something about that. I really do. Malcolm X was really tight friends with Bumpy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who Bumpy Johnson is, look up the movie with Lawrence Fishburne and Hoodlum.
Bad motherfucker.
Let me tell you. How it goes, they said in this video that man B Miles watched, when Malcolm left the nation, he was getting threatened. He was getting threats. Bumpy Johnson told the nation, if you touch Malcolm, I'm killing all of y'all. Bumpy Johnson was connected to Charlie Lucky Luciano, Maya Lansky. Okay? Look, Maya, if you don't know who Lucky Luciano is and Maya Lansky, there's a movie called Mobsters.
Yeah.
Look at that movie. And look, and Hoodlum. No, listen, y'all. Bumpy Johnson was the truth, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Charlie Lucky Luciano was Sicilian. If you don't know nothing about the Sicilians and the Moors,
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you look it up.
Yep.
It was in an old movie with Dennis Hopper.
Yep. True Romance.
True Romance. It's a second on True Romance that Dennis Hopper smoked his last cigarette,
Yep.
and Christopher Walken hadn't smoked his last cigarette, and that's when Dennis Hopper said about the Moors and about the Sicilians and how they came about,
He said, "You Sicilians was spawned by niggas."
which means that the Moors did a lot of sex with them women over there and
Mm-hmm.
produced the Sicilians today.
Yep.
Now, Charlie Lucky Luciano was Sicilian, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all some real stuff, y'all. Bumpy Johnson sat in the seat with the commission. If you don't know who the commission is, Lucky Luciano, Maya Lansky, Frank Costello, Bugsy Siegel, I can go on with that. Bumpy Johnson told the nation, told Farrakhan, if you touch Malcolm, I'm going to assassinate all of y'all. He had the whole entire mob backing him up, y'all. Malcolm said, no, I don't want that. No black men should be fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? This is what Malcolm told Bumpy Johnson. And that's when, you know, Bumpy just like a big homie, he stepped back, you know what I mean, and just let Malcolm do his thing. And Malcolm was assassinated. This is true facts, y'all. It's a video that me and B Mouse found out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I have nothing against anybody that come out the nation, but I'm just saying that's some facts right there that they was talking about. And people find out that Bumpy and Malcolm was cool. It's actually a show
Yep.
that showed that Malcolm and Bumpy was cool as hell.
Yep. Yep. With Forrest Whitaker. Yep. The Godfather of Harlem.
So this is facts, y'all. Malcolm had the whole entire listen. Bumpy had the whole mob backing Malcolm up, but Malcolm didn't even want that to go down, y'all. He didn't even want that to go down. That's how powerful Malcolm was. So he didn't even want that to go down. He sacrificed his own self. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to share with y'all with that. So you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, regardless on a lot of these teachers had bad backgrounds. They had a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of information came out from these teachers, from these people, from these brothers, these sisters, and so on. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah, because, I mean, it's like it's stories, man. I mean, yeah, Bumpy wasn't a joke at all. He was
Mm-hmm.
serious, man. Like, he was the godfather of all Harlem.
Mm-hmm. Dang, he ain't fucking play.
He didn't play, man.
He
Like,
did
this
not
is,
play.
yo, listen, man. He even had them scared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how serious this man was. Look up the movie Hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's where you get your lottery from if you really want to be talking about anything. That whole lottery thing, they ran the numbers. That's what the lottery came from. It came from Harlem. It came from us.
Mm-hmm.
We were the number runners.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, it's a lot of information. Exactly. And nobody didn't know that Red Fox and Malcolm ran together
Yep.
as criminals. Red Fox,
Detroit
Fred,
Red.
right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Fred Sanford was a criminal back in his heyday with Malcolm.
Yep.
Like people be like, "Yo, Red Fox, yeah, the Red Fox was a criminal back in his day with Malcolm."
Yes, he was.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just want to share that light, man. I want to share that light, like let y'all know. So it's like, a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? It's like even down to like other things that's dealing with other, like when it come down to to Noble Drew Ali, that's where the nation came out of, was the Moorish Science Temple of America. Period. That's why they're trying to pay homage to Noble Drew Ali. Because if it wasn't for him and Marcus Garvey, you wouldn't even have what's going on today.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Right. See, PK, she on it. She said she saw that joint with Red Fox and Malcolm. She saw it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she saw it. So everything we saying is not false.
Mm-hmm. That's deep.
Everything we saying is not false. We saying real stuff. That's why I never listen. Only thing I joined was the Moorish Science Temple. That was it. I didn't join the nation. I hung out with the Hebrew Israelites. Of course, I started off as Christian, but I questioned that when I was younger. I was like, even a kid, I'm like, oh, what the heck? Who is this person hanging on the cross and this white dude? Who is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I started questioning when I was a kid. I hated going to church.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even want to go to no church.
Right.
The only church I really went to was the Hebrew Israelite. That was it, and I stopped dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't stand church.
Yeah, Warrior Empire. I respect you, bro. Everything. I respect everything you saying. I'm glad that you're agreeing with us. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that April, that you're doing the research on that. There will be another video, hopefully, where we can go into that video I was talking about with Malcolm and Bumpy Johnson, so y'all can see the connection, and then you can start looking at the movies Hoodlum, the mobs, like the movie Mobsters and everything, and then you can watch. I would recommend watch the movie Mobsters, then go into Hoodlum, right? Because Mobsters start off when Charlie was a kid, was like real young. Then Hoodlum, it goes into details how it all started, and then it shows glimpses of Luciano and Bumpy actually communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then if you want to watch the show that he was talking about, Godfather of Harlem, then you can see how it all transpired. You know what I'm saying? And then you can start doing your own research. See, we're in an information age. So, of course, we got to start looking up and start backing up everything with truth and facts. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, I don't want to hold Brother Miles up. My man over here probably tired.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I was going to support him. I ain't even want to do all this talking. Oh, you're an Aquarius Rising? Well, Warrior Empire, we got work to do because you're my mid heaven, like business and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, just letting you know. Peace and love. My name is Brandon Forte. Have nothing but love for everybody. All you star children, love you all. I am a Aries Sagittarius sun sign, which is Aries 3. I'm a Taurus rising and my moon is in Libra. So I just want y'all know that's who I am. So, and I want to say namaste. I want to say shalom, namaste, and I want to say peace. And I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. So that's how we gonna be doing it right then and there and stuff like that. All right. So yeah, I'ma just go ahead and you know what I'm saying, like go ahead and lay down and stuff like that. Go ahead and relax. I'm glad we had this live stream tonight, and we're gonna make sure that we're gonna be doing this stuff right here, especially like more so on the streams on Fridays, and you know what I mean. So we're gonna start off on Fridays, and we definitely gonna see how to be going. So eventually, after a while, we're gonna be doing it, you know, Fridays and Saturdays, but we want to start off on Fridays, so get some familiarity and stuff like that. You know, we can stuff like that, study, we all can elevate, you know what I'm saying, one another. You feel me? So I'm glad y'all love the live stream. Y'all love the you love the show and stuff like that. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can donate at www, and also go ahead and tap out. One love once again, y'all. Peace.